One of the concept which is used in operational amplifier is the virtual ground concept. Let's see. Now this is the symbol of operational amplifier. It is connected to the dual power supply and all these things. If you use this operational amplifier as it is, then this type of amplifier is called as open loop amplifier. And if this is connected like this, then the amplifier's gain here in this case will be infinity, and this gain is defined as the output voltage and the input voltage. So the ratio of output voltage to the input voltage is called as gain. In this case, no further external connection are done, so that is why this amplifier is open loop amplifier, and this gain is the differential gain. So that is why AD is written here. So output voltage upon VD, and what is now VD? VD is the difference between these two terminals. Why? Because basically operational amplifier is a differential amplifier. So differential amplifier means it amplifies the difference between two inputs. So let us see. Suppose this is your V2 terminal and this is your V1 terminal. That means the voltage is connected at the inverting is V2 and voltage at the non-inverting is suppose V1. So this terms of this will be the input voltage. So output voltage divided by the difference between two input voltage. So this difference can be written like this: VO upon V1 minus V2. See why I have given a negative sign to V2, because V2 is at the inverting side. So that is why this is the gain of operational amplifier if it is in open loop. Now what about the virtual ground? This amplifier is mostly used in two categories. One category is called as linear application and another is called as non-linear application. Open loop amplifier mostly used in non-linear application. Now the meaning of linear and non-linear. Linear application means suppose we are using an amplifier and suppose our input signal is like this and suppose the output signal is like this. This operation is linear. Why? Because you can see the shape of both input and output voltage are mostly same. Just a difference of amplitude only. As you can see, if the input is increasing, output is also increasing. If input is decreasing, output is decreasing, and so on. So input and output the changes are proportional to each other. So that is why it is called a linear application. While as that, if you consider the second application like this, suppose we have inputted a sine wave and we are getting square wave at the output. So this application is non-linear. Why? Because the magnitude of input is linearly changing, but here magnitude at certain changing and it is remaining constant, and again it is suddenly changing. So here magnitude should be changed with a slow value. So this is not a linear application. So this is non-linear application. So operational amplifier is mostly used in both types of application, linear and non-linear. Non-linear applications can be achieved using operational amplifier when it is used in open loop amplifier, because the gain is infinity, so we can get a higher output for a value of, for a little value of input voltage. So in linear applications we cannot use the open loop amplifier. So what will be the linear application? How it is achieved? So we have to control this gain, because in most of the application we do not require this much amplification gain. So this gain should be controlled. So to control this gain, we have to use a feedback circuit here. There are two types of feedback circuit. Let us see what is meant by actually feedback. Suppose this is your amplifier, and if a portion of input, if it is fed back to the input, then this circuit is getting a loop. So this loop is closed here. So if feedback circuit is there, any amplifier, this type of feedback is called as closed loop amplifier. And to To achieve this closed loop, we have to use a feedback circuit. In the feedback circuit, how much quantity is to be inputted, that is actually decided here. So in the feedback circuit, suppose we are getting a 10 volt at the, we are inputting 10 volt, and suppose we are getting 20 volt at the output. Suppose we do not require this much 20 volt directly to the input of amplifier, we can reduce it using a resistive circuit. So this circuit, which is connected between output and input, that circuit is called as feedback circuit. So here 20 volt, suppose we have dropped a 10 volt, again a 10 volt will remain here and 10 volt is getting added at the input. So this voltage is getting added, so that is why this feedback is called as positive feedback. In the same way, if you are decreasing this voltage towards negative side, that means this voltage is reduced by 10 volt. That means suppose a minus 10 volt is generated by this feedback circuit, then obviously this voltage will become 0. We can change this value up to suppose 5 volt. Then the input voltage, here in this case, if negative voltage is provided by this feedback circuit, it is getting added here, so 10 minus 5 volt. So the net voltage at the input will be 5 volt. So this is actually reducing the input voltage. It is not getting added here. So that is why this feedback is called as negative feedback. So there are two types of feedback present here. One is called as positive feedback. So we can increase the voltage present at the input side. So if it is increasing, the output voltage is also increasing. That means the gain of the amplifier is increasing. So if you use the positive feedback, the gain will increase. And what about negative feedback? If negative feedback is used, the gain is getting reduced because the voltage at the input it is reducing. So obviously the gain will also reduces, as the gain is nothing but a ratio of output voltage upon input voltage. So in open loop amplifier, the gain is infinity. So if you want to control that gain or to reduce that gain, we cannot use the positive feedback. So that is why for linear application, which feedback we need is the negative feedback. So negative feedback, if it is employed in the operational amplifier or in the open loop amplifier, the applications which are done using the negative feedback are the linear applications. Okay, so let us see how negative feedback is achieved here. Here to achieve a negative feedback, output portion should be connected between the inverting terminal. Why in the inverting terminal? Because we want to apply a negative feedback. If this voltage it is faded to positive or non-inverting terminal, the gain will be increased. It is already infinity, it will again increase. So we do not want to increase it. We have to reduce this gain. So for this, the feedback voltage it should be employed or applied at the inverting terminal. How this is done? It is done with a voltage divider. So this is how we can achieve a feedback circuit. So output voltage it is given to the inverting terminal through voltage divider. So the voltage between the R2 it will be employed or applied at the inverting terminal. By changing the resistor value, desired voltage of negative feedback voltage can be achieved. So this is how we can control the gain, and this is the operational amplifier for linear application. Now let us move to the virtual ground concept. We can redraw this circuit. The resistor connected between inverting terminal and the output voltage, it is connected between the feedback part. So let us call this resistor as feedback resistor as RF. So same terminals are there. So I am directly connecting like this. And this is your R2. In this case, I will call it as R1 or RI, and suppose the input is voltage, it is connected at this terminal. In linear application, we can use this amplifier as a inverting amplifier as well as non-inverting amplifier. In this case, I am using this as an inverting amplifier. Inverting amplifier means when the input signals are connected between the input terminals, and while the non-inverting terminal is not used and it is grounded, then this application is the inverting amplifier. In the vice versa, inputs are connected to non-inverting terminal and inverting terminal, suppose it is grounded, then that amplifier will be non-inverting amplifier. In this case, this is the inverting amplifier. Now let us move to the virtual concept. Suppose the voltage at this point is suppose V1 and voltage at this point is suppose V2. The difference between these two terminal voltage will be considered as differential voltage as VD. As you know that in operational amplifier, if it is open loop amplifier, so this actually it is the open loop amplifier and we have connected an external terminal to achieve the negative feedback. Here the gain of this amplifier is infinity. So AD, that is differential mode gain or open loop gain, is infinity. If this is infinity, this ratio VO upon VD is infinity. This ratio can be infinity if and if only VO upon V1 minus V2 equal to infinity. If this is infinity, then this factor must be 0. Okay. So for achieving the infinity gain of differential mode open loop amplifier at the gain is infinity, this factor must be equal to 0. Right? If it is 0, numerator is 0, then only infinity will be there. And as we know that open loop gain of this amplifier is infinity, so we have written infinity here. If this must be 0, then what should be there? V1 must be equal to V2. Then only the subtraction will be 0, and then only the gain will be infinity. Now here V1 and V2 both are equal. So V2, that is the potential at this point, and potential at this point are equal. But here you can see the V1, that is the non-inverting terminal, it is physically connected towards the ground. That means V1 is 0. And as you know that V1 is equal to V2, so V2 must be also equal to 0. So the potential at this point is also at 0. And this is the terminal, we can call it as it is at virtual ground. Why virtual ground? You can see this terminal is directly physically connected and directly connected to the ground. So obviously this voltage will be 0. But due to this factor, as the gain is infinity and this voltage difference should be 0, and this to achieve a 0 voltage, these two voltages or two terminal voltage should be 0. So V1 must be equal to V2, and so V2 as V1 is connected to 0, obviously the V2 will be 0. So we can say that the inverting terminal is at virtual ground. Virtual means it is not present. So it is behaving like a 0, though it is not connected to ground directly, but it is behaving like a 0. So this is the concept of virtual ground, and this virtual ground concept is repeatedly we have to use for all the linear applications.